From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day. This is Dateline Malacañang. Strengthening the government's continued support in empowering local farmers through agrarian reform, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday led the distribution of land titles and turnover of support services at the Manuel Torres Memorial Coliseum and Cultural Center in Bago City, Negros Occidental Province. Spearheaded by the Department of Agrarian Reform or DAR Region 6, around 4,700 Certificate of Land Ownership Awards or CLOAs covering an area of approximately 2,550 hectares are distributed to more than 2,700 agrarian reform beneficiaries or ARBs in Negros Occidental. According to Attorney Sheila Enciso, Regional Director of DAR Western Visayas, the department is focusing on generating land titles for new lands under the Land Tenure Improvement or LTI program, which covers private agricultural lands. Meanwhile, the support to parcelization of lands for individual titling or split project assists in subdividing and replacing collective Certificate of Land Ownership Awards or CCLOAs with individual Certificates of Land Ownership Awards that aims to enhance land tenure security and strengthen property rights for the beneficiaries. Furthermore, the DAR turned over certificates of farm machineries and equipment or FMEs, farm-to-market roads or FMRs, tulay ng Pangulo para sa kaunlarang pang-agraryo or TPKP, and organic fertilizers with an estimated project cost of 69 million pesos to around 20 Agrarian Reform Beneficiaries Organization or ARBO recipients from both Negros Occidental 1 and Negros Occidental 2. Let's listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Maraming salamat sa ating butihing kalihim ng Department of Agrarian Reform, Secretary Conrad Estrella. Magsiupo po kayo. Alam ninyo, nakailang balik kami na rito sa Region 6. Matagal na niyang pinapractice yung Bisaya niya. Matigas lang talaga ang dila. Hanggang ngayon hindi pa na makuha-kuha. Magpa-tutor ka sa asawa ko. Dahil tiga-Bago yun eh. Ang asawa ko si Lisa, ang father niya Ledesma. Siya Araneta. Tiga dito sila sa Bago. Kaya pwede kang turuan na mag-ilong ng tama. Ang ating gobernador ng probinsya ng Negros Occidental, Eugenio Jose Lacson, ang vice-gobernador ng probinsya ng Negros Occidental, Jeffrey Ferrer, ang vice mayor ng lungsod ng Bago, Ramon Torres, ang mga benepisyaryo ng reformang pansakahan, ang pinaka-importante na bisita natin dito ngayon, ang beneficiaries ng agrarian reform. Andito rin po ang ating mga deputado, ang ating mga congressman na para mag-witness sa ating pagbigay ng mga titulo. Kasama ko rin po ay ang mayor ng Bacolod, Mayor Albi Benitez, at saka si Secretary Popo Lutilla ng Department of Energy dahil po nagbukas po kami ng malaking transmission system na magmumula sa Barotac Nuevo hanggang mag-submarine cable, tatawid ng Negros hanggang mag-submarine cable ulit, hanggang tatawid hanggang Cebu. Kaya magiging mas magandang sitwasyon ninyo dahil sa kung minsan nagiging problema ang power, ayusin na po natin yan. Kasama rin po dyan, kaya kasama po natin, sinama ko na para makita namin na talagang yung ating ibinibigay na mga titulo ay marami ang nagiging benepisaryo. At ang bilang yata ng benepisyaryo ngayong araw na ito ay 4,200. Mahigit kumulang 4,200 ang beneficiaries ngayon. Kaya nakakatuwa. Ito po ang katotohanan. Sa lahat ng naging katungkulan ko bilang Pangulo, ito ang aking paborito. Na matapos na ang pagbigay ng mga titulo, ang parcelization ng mga consolidated CLOA sa ating mga magsasaka. At matagal masyado ang 33 taon, 6 na administrasyon ang nakaraan bago natin na ibigay. Kaya kagaya ng aking nasabi, ito ang pinaka-paborito kong katungkulan na makapagbigay sa inyo ng sa wakas na maibigay sa inyo ang inyong titulo para makapagsaka kayo na mabuti. Ang ating pagtitipon dito sa Bago City ay patunay na ang inyong pamahalaan sa pangunguna ng Department of Agrarian Reform ay hindi tumitigil sa pagtupad ng aming pangako na mamamahagi ng mga lupang sakahan sa ating mga benepisyaryo. Ang halos 5,000 titulo ng lupa na ibibigay natin ngayon ay bahagi ng higit sa 11,000 titulo na ipapamigay ngayon natin ngayong taon sa ating mga magsasaka sa Negros Occidental. Hindi lamang po sa Negros Occidental at sa buong Pilipinas po. Ang susunod yata namin na pupuntahan ay sa Mindanao. Marami po kaming ibibigay din na mga titulo para sa ating mga DAR beneficiaries. At pinapangako po sa atin ni Secretary Estrella, kanya baka maabot natin ang 100,000 na mabigyan ng titulo sa taong ito. Kaya naman, inaatasan ko ang DAR na palakasin pa ang pakikipag-ugnayan sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno upang suriing mabuti at madaliin ang pagtukoy sa mga benepisyaryo upang mapakinabangan na kaagad ang mga lupang saka nito. Bukod sa lupa ay mamamahagi rin tayo ng iba't ibang tulong para sa pagtatanim at sa pagpapayaman ng mga sakahan. Ilan lamang rito sa halos 70 milyong piso para sa support services tulad ng mga abono, farm machineries and equipment at mga farm-to-market road. Dahil po, ang agrarian reform ay hindi lamang sa magbibigay ng titulo at iiwanan na kayo. Kasama po sa batas ng agrarian reform ay susuportahan kayo ng Department of Agrarian Reform sa pamamagitan ng ganun nga, ng abono, ng farm equipment at lahat ng farm-to-market road. Yan po ay patuloy ng suporta ng DAR kahit na naibigay na ang inyong titulo. Nagpatayo din tayo ng tulay sa ilalim ng programang Tulay ng Pangulo para sa kaunang pang-agraryo. Sa ating pagtataguyod ng bagong Pilipinas, layunin natin ang sabay-sabay na pag-unlad kung saan walang sino man ang maiiwan sa pag-aasenso. Itong programang pang-agrikultura ng pamahalaan natin ay nagpapakita lamang ng seryosong pagkilos ng administrasyon upang matulungan kayo na magkaroon ng higit na kakayahan, kasanayan at mga pagkakataon sa pag-unlad. Kung inyo pong matatandaan, nilagdaan ko po ang batas noong Hulyo ng ang nakaraang taon, ang New Agrarian Emancipation Act. Ang batas na ito ay nagtakda na mabura na ang lahat ng pang-utang ng mga magsasaka dahil sa gawad na lupa sa kanilang pamahalaan. Sa mga tumanggap ng mga e-title nang galing sa collective CLOA at sa mga tumanggap ng CLOA sa mga lupang narehistro bago mag-24 ng Hulyo noong nakaraang taon, malagod kong ipinapaalam na wala na po kayong babayaran na amortization. Burado na po ang inyong utang sa land bank. Sa ating mga agrarian reform beneficiaries, may tuturing po kayong mga buhay na bayani ng ating panahon. Kayo ang sandigan namin upang masiguro na sapat ang pagkain sa hapag ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Sa ating pagkakaisa, tiyak ako na mapapayabong natin na hindi lamang ang agrikultura dito sa inyong lugar, kung hindi pati na sa buong ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. Makakaasa kayo, nakabalikot ninyo ko at ang buong pamahalaan sa lahat ng inyong pagsisikap. Naway samahan ninyo ako sa pagsasakatuparan ng isang bagong Pilipinas, isang bansang walang nagugutom at ang lahat ay kumikilos para sa kapakanan ng lahat.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
As the administration realizes its goal of ensuring stable and reliable power transmission in the country, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday led the ceremonial energization of the Cebu-Negros Panay Backbone Project Stage 3 or CNP3 in Bacolod City, Negros Occidental Province. The CNP 230 kilovolt comprises three stages, namely CNP1, CNP2, and CNP3, as well as the Negros Panay Interconnection Line 2, which is intended to improve the reliability of transmission services in the area and support the entry of renewable energy sources to the grid. It is composed of 670 transmission towers and spans 442 circuit kilometers of transmission lines. The project strengthens the link among the three major islands of the Visayas and provides a more reliable transfer of power to support the growing economies of the provinces in the islands of Cebu, Negros, and Panay. Recent reports from the Department of Energy or DOE state that with the completion of the CNP3 by the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines or NGCP, the entire backbone project in the Visayas is now running at full capacity. Let's listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
We are here today to mark a momentous occasion where we gather here in Bacolod to hold the ceremonial energization of the Cebu-Negros Panay 230 kilovolt backbone project or the CNP. This remarkable feat of collaboration and innovation embodies our steadfast commitment to empowering communities, enhancing connectivity, and ushering in a brighter and more sustainable future for generations to come. We must recognize NGCP for the successful completion of this CNP. The completion of this project is a milestone in our pursuit to enhance the resilience and reliability of our power infrastructure, especially in this area. We have to align, can I have this? We have to align the different power systems that are available in Panay, in Negros. Negros has captive solar power that you cannot transmit. The northern part of the Negros Island has close to 500 megawatts that's stranded, hindi nagagamit. So these transmission lines will make that available to wherever else it is needed. We were able to fly over a small section, pero maliit lang, a small section of the entire project, which is from here to the substation where the submarine cable crosses over into Barota Nueva. And so that's the area we saw. But there is a great deal more to the hanggang Cebu. It crosses over all the way into Cebu, and that will, as I said, bring together the power systems, the independent power systems, and it will help resolve the power supply challenges that have plagued Negros and Panay subgrids. And these have caused very serious economic setbacks for the region. So the CNP will also address the surging energy demand in the area and propel the socio-economic advancement of Regions 6 and 7 to new heights. To highlight, the combined population of Western and Central Visayas is more or less 16 million. The contribution of the two regions to our economy was a robust 2.24 trillion pesos in 2022. As the population expands and the economy expands, so must the power supply. So because it is a truism, no region can be an economic powerhouse without reliable supply of power. No region can attain a dynamic economy if it is hobbled by inadequate power transmission systems. We cannot rally our people to seize the bright future that awaits them when their homes, their schools, and their businesses are often dark. Power outages are a hindrance to progress. Our power system must be the spark to ignite development. The imperative of ensuring energy security for national and regional economic growth cannot be overstated. By enhancing connectivity and stability in the transmission network through CNP, we are not only addressing immediate power challenges in Negros and Panay, but also laying the foundation for a more sustainable and robust energy for the entire country. The timely completion of critical transmission projects in strategic location is paramount to avoid power disruptions and to ensure our continued development. Let us remain steadfast in our drive to ensure the timely completion of these remaining major transmission projects to bolster the stability of our power grid. And we are working the government, more specifically the Department of Energy, ERC as well, is working very closely with NJCP so that the roadblocks or the bottlenecks that used to exist, we can open up to make the process much easier, make the process much faster, and bring these transmission lines into play online so that there will be an immediate effect on not only the health and comfort of our consumers, but certainly for the industries in the areas. And I trust that the NJCP will always fulfill its duty and obligation to safeguard the resiliency and the efficiency of our energy infrastructure. It forms the bedrock. This is how important NJCP is. NJCP and our transmission network form the bedrock of our nation's progress and well-being. I urge the NJCP to deliver on the expansion commitments in a timely manner. Rest assured, the government will be continuously assisting you in this shared endeavor. And we always consider it that way. It is a shared endeavor. It is not a project solely of the NGCP. It is not solely the project of the Department of Energy. It is always a joint project, and we bring all our resources and all our relevant assets to the problem so as to be able to build the best system that we can as cheaply as we can in as quickly as we can. While the CNP is a major step forward, I implore all our stakeholders in the Visayas to strategically identify suitable locations that will host new baseload generation plants, as well as renewable energy and energy storage systems. This will bolster energy sufficiency and sustainability in Negros and Panay. I encourage private generators to invest in the Negros and Panay subgrids so that the region can meet its energy demands and ensure self-sufficiency in the long run. We have taken a big step today when we open this transmission network in making this more attractive to other private investors to come in and to help us with the problem and to bring their own capacities to improving the transmission lines, even the power generation. The collaboration of government agencies, local government units, private landowners will prove crucial in this endeavor, particularly in expediting permit issuance for energy projects and facilitating the acquisition of the right-of-way for transmission system lines and distribution systems. So let this project serve as a testament to the fruits that we can all harvest if we continue to work together, drive our nation's energy agenda forward, and forge a more sustainable future for the Filipino people. Let us ensure that the transformative impact of this infrastructure project reaches every corner of society, especially the underserved and the marginalized communities. Let us welcome and claim the bagong Pilipinas that we deserve, a nation where our people's ideas spark progress and where a better and brighter tomorrow awaits us all.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. discussed the administration's steps towards freer traffic. In his latest vlog on Sunday, the president emphasized that while there are several measures being implemented to address the traffic woes in Metro Manila, these measures will remain ineffective if people are still undisciplined on the road. The chief executive said he sees discipline as a traffic solution and reminded government employees to serve as examples of disciplined motorists. Let's listen to the latest vlog of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Noong nakaraang linggo ay marami sa atin ang nagsemana Santa sa labas ng Metro Manila. At gaya ng inaasahan, matinding traffic para sa mga paalis at pabalik na bumungad sa marami. Traffic ang isa sa pinakamatindi nating problema dito sa bansa. Nakakalungkot man ay isa na itong bahagi ng pamumuhay ng bawat Pilipino at hindi rin natin mapagkaila na kanyag o notorious na sa buong mundo ang traffic dito sa Pilipinas. Ilang administrasyon na ang lumipas, sari-saring solusyon ang sinubukan, infrastruktura na ipatayo, merong matagumpay pero hindi naman masyado. Bagamat nakasanayan o nakakalakhan lang, hindi tayo dapat tumigil sa paghahanap ng mga solusyon. Commuter ka man o pribadong sasakyan, tiyak akong makakapag-relate kayo sa usapang ito. Habang patuloy ang paggawa ng ating mga tulay, flyover, skyway, subway, train system at iba pang mga infrastruktura para sa transportasyon. Patuloy naman ang pagdami ng populasyon natin at ang pagdami ng mga sasakyan. Congested ang Metro Manila, kung kaya bahagi talaga ng pagpaplano ay may develop ang mga kalapit probinsya at syudad. Yan ang mga nakikita natin ngayong mga development. Bulacan, Pampanga sa North at Cavite and Laguna sa South. Kaya pati ang mga kalye at tulay na papunta sa mga lugar na yon ay patuloy natin pinapaganda pa. Pati na rin ang airport. Ang pagkalat at pagparami ng mga oportunidad sa labas ng Metro Maynila ay tiyak namang makakatulong sa lagay ng trapiko. Ngunit hindi ito agarang solusyon. Malalaking proyekto ito mga ito. Kaya naman dapat natin isipin na hindi bukas na natin mararamdaman ito. Dahil malaki talaga yung scale at kung minsan pa nga nakakaabala pa doon sa mga traffic na yon. Kaya pagtsagaan nyo lang. Pero pagka nabuo na yan, asahan ninyo, gaganda ang sitwasyon natin. Pero sasabihin naman ng iba, kahit naman lumabas ng Metro Manila ay saklap pa rin ang traffic. Totoo rin naman yan. Ang mga lugar na hindi nakasabay ng infrastruktura sa pagdami ng populasyon sa kanilang lugar. Mga kaling kailangan pang palawakin, mga kaling butas-butas, mga lokal na batas trapikong hindi naman epektibo. Lahat yan ay posibleng maging sangkap sa traffic saan mang bahagi ng bansa. Pero ang higit na kakulangan nating mga Pilipino sa daan ay ang disiplina. Dapat susunod tayo sa traffic rules para tayong mauubusan lagi ng kalye. May bago mang kalye, kung luma pa rin ang ugali pa rin natin, wala rin. Ang pagbibigayan sa daan ay kailangan pa natin ipaalala sa bawat isa sa ating mga sarili. Ang bagong Pilipino ay disiplinado sa kalye, sumusunod sa batas trapiko, nagbibigay sa kapwa at higit sa lahat, hindi naghahari-harian sa daan. At kapag nakapagbigayan naman tayo, pag pinagbigyan ka, mag-thank you ka lang. Pinadaan ka, mag-thank you ka. Kumaway ka lang ng konti, malaking bagay yan. Pagka ginawa ninyo yun, masasanay tayo sa ganyan. At magbibigayan, siguro mas magandang bigayan pagka ganun. Pag nagte-thank you man lang ng konti. Yan ang kailangan simulan sa aming hanay ng mga nasa gobyerno. Ang pag-aabuso at pagbabaliwala sa batas trapiko ay hindi pribilehiyo ng kasama sa sinumpaan naming mga lingkod bayan. Pangungunahan ng pamahalaan at lahat ng mga ahensya nito ang pagiging disiplinado sa ating mga lansangan. Maraming solusyon at inobasyon ang bunga ng pandemya. Isa na dyan ang work from home. May mga kumpanya na inadapt na talaga ang sistemang ito na naging epektibo para sa nature, yung ugali, yung style ng kanilang mga trabaho. Basta't may malakas na internet na nasa kanilang bahay, nagagawa na rin nila yung kanilang output. Meron ding iba, ang gawa naman ay 4-day work week. Yung panlima ay work from home. Para hindi rin nabubugbog sa traffic ang mga empleyado. Marami ng bansa, lalo na sa Europe, ang gumagawa nito. May iba naman na para makaiwas sa traffic ay ina-adjust nila ang oras ng pagpasok at pag-uwi ng kanilang mga empleyado para hindi kasabay ng tinatawag na rush hour. Lahat ng ito ay magandang mga solusyon at maaaring makatulong sa sitwasyon ng traffic natin. Sa susunod na mga araw ay tatalakayin pa natin na mas detalyado itong kasama ng iba't ibang ahensya at LGUs. Abangan ninyo at makikilahok rin kayo kahit sa comment section para malaman namin ang iba niyong mga idea at naiisip ninyo. Ang bagong Pilipino ay sumasabay sa pagbabago ng panahon at hindi nauubusan ng mga solusyon at inobasyon. Higit sa lahat, ang bagong Pilipino ay disiplinado, kaya't makibahagi tayo sa paglutas ng suliraning ito.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has signed a law creating a new engineering office of the Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, in Zamboanga City. Under Republic Act, or RA 11994, signed by the President on April 4th, the Zamboanga City 1st District Engineering Office will be located in the Zamboanga City Special Economic Zone, Zamboanga Freeport Authority in the town of Talisayan. RA 11994 directs the DPWH Secretary to include the operationalization of the Zamboanga City 1st and 2nd District Engineering Offices in the department's program. The funding for the two offices will come from the Annual General Appropriations Act. This law shall take effect 15 days after its publication in the Official Gazette or a newspaper of general circulation.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has ordered the adoption and implementation of the National Cybersecurity Plan, or NCSP 2023 to 2028, to strengthen the security and resilience of Philippine cyberspace. Under Executive Order, or EO 58, signed by the President on April 4th, the NCSP 2023 to 2028, crafted by the Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, will serve as a whole-of-nation roadmap for the integrated development and strategic direction of the country's cybersecurity. EO 58 mandates all national government agencies and instrumentalities to formulate, adopt, and implement their cybersecurity plans and strategies that are relevant to their respective mandates in accordance with the NCSP 2023 to 2028. Local government units, or LGUs, are encouraged to do the same. The DICT is directed to adopt a system for the effective implementation, monitoring, and review of the NCSP 2023 to 2028, subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations. EO 58 also orders the DICT to cooperate with the private sector in providing the necessary technical assistance to other government agencies and offices for the implementation of the NCSP 2023 to 2028. According to the EO, the DICT must submit to the Chief Executive through the Office of the Executive Secretary and the National Cybersecurity Interagency Committee a biannual report on the status and progress of the implementation of the NCSP 2023 to 2028. The budget needed for the implementation of EO 58 will be charged against current and available appropriations of concerned agencies, subject to pertinent budgeting, accounting, and auditing laws, rules, and regulations. The funding requirements necessary for the continued implementation of the order will be included in the General Appropriations Act, subject to the usual budget preparation process. The strengthening of security and resilience of the country's cyberspace is one of the key strategies to ensure safety and security in cyber and physical spaces under the Philippine Development Plan, or PDP 2023 to 2028. A copy of EO 58 was released on Saturday. The order takes effect immediately upon the document's publication in the Official Gazette or any newspaper of general circulation.
Dateline Malacañang.
In light of the two consecutive Philippine holidays on Tuesday and Wednesday, the Department of Education, or DepEd, has issued an advisory regarding asynchronous classes or distance learning in all public schools on Monday, April 8th. The DepEd has suspended in-person or face-to-face classes on Monday, partly also due to the extreme heat currently being experienced in the country. DepEd said distance learning will be implemented in order to give students time to complete their schoolwork, assignments, and projects. At the same time, DepEd said school personnel are not required to personally be in school. In the meantime, DepEd has left it to administrators of private schools if they will implement the same steps. Malacañang Palace earlier declared April 9th, Araw ng Kagitingan or Day of Valor, and April 10th, Idil Fitr, to be national holidays.
Dateline Malacañang.
The first Multilateral Maritime Cooperative Activity, or MMCA, involving naval vessels and aircrafts of the Philippines, United States, Australia, and Japan in the West Philippine Sea, or WPS, finished without a hitch Sunday. In a statement, Armed Forces of the Philippines or AFP Public Affairs Chief Colonel Cerces Trinidad confirmed the participation of the Philippine Navy's BRP Gregorio del Pilar with its AW-109 helicopter, missile frigate BRP Antonio Luna with its attached AW-159 Wildcat anti-submarine helicopter, and patrol ship BRP Valentin Diaz. The U.S. Navy's littoral combat ship USS Mobile and a P-8A Poseidon aircraft also took part in the MMCA, along with the Royal Australian Navy's guided missile frigate HMAS Warramunga and a Royal Australian Air Force P-8A Poseidon Maritime Patrol aircraft and Japan Maritime Self-Defense Forces destroyer JS Akebono. The naval assets conducted communication exercise, division tactics, or officer of the watch maneuvers, and a photo exercise. Trinidad said the drills were aimed at enhancing the participating forces' abilities to work together in maritime scenarios. He added that the MMCA demonstrated the participating countries' commitment to strengthen regional and international cooperation in support of a free and open Indo-Pacific through interoperability exercises in the maritime domain. At the same time the Quad exercises were being held, Anadolu News Agency reported that China's military conducted its own naval and air patrol in the disputed South China Sea.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Manila Economic and Cultural Office, or MECO, is continuously monitoring the situation of Filipinos in Taiwan, especially in areas badly hit by the strong earthquake which struck the country on April 3rd. MECO Chair Silvestre Bello III visited Hualien County, the epicenter of the tremor, on Sunday and distributed relief packs and cash assistance to hundreds of Filipino workers whose work and lives were disrupted by the tragedy. The magnitude 7.2 earthquake struck off the coast of the county in eastern Taiwan at 7:58 Wednesday morning. The Focus Taiwan news outlet said that as of 8 Sunday morning, a total of 13 died from the earthquake, 1,133 injured, and 6 are still missing. Bello also met with county officials and thanked them for looking after the Filipinos. MECO Deputy Resident Representative Alice Vispiras, Migrant Workers Office or MWO Director Cesar Chavez, and Welfare Officer Ruth Vibar joined Bello. Hualien, the biggest county and a major tourist destination in Taiwan, is host to about 1,400 overseas Filipino workers or OFWs. Earlier on Friday, Bello met with about 30 Filipino community group leaders who reported the situation of their members. During the meeting, he also relayed President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s message to the OFWs. MECO had distributed 150,000 Taiwanese dollars or about 265,000 pesos in assistance. Bello had also visited the 4 OFWs who sustained injuries and handed them 10,000 Taiwanese dollars each.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Philippines Bureau of Immigration, or BI, over the weekend reported that 6 human trafficking victims recruited to work in scam hubs in Myanmar have been repatriated back to the country. The latest batch of repatriates were composed of 4 men and 2 women. The 6, who left as tourists in 2023, reportedly received little to no salary and experienced physical and psychological abuse. In a statement, BI Commissioner Norman Tansinco advised the public to stop risking their lives for these too-good-to-be-true job offers and do not let themselves fall victims. The International Police, or Interpol, also recently raised its alarm on gangs and scammers in Southeast Asia. Tansinco said many countries have already agreed that this is a growing crisis, yet some Filipinos insist on departing as tourists to try out work offers they receive online, only to be duped into working in these scam hubs.
Dateline Malacañang.
Before we conclude our program, we would like to invite everyone to come and visit our Facebook page and YouTube channel at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. You will be able to hear and view our Filipino and English programs, including news updates here in the Philippines. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our posts as well. And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day and stay safe.